So, Steve, what do you want to do for the opening this week?
I don't know, man. That's a good question. I got it. All right, everyone. My name is Sten, and this is Keller, and we're going to do some magic tricks for you today because we're a magic duo. The first one is the old classic card trick. I'm going to need my partner, Keller, here to help me out. This is a brand new pack, as you can see. Still has the Joker in it. The Joker, it's all fresh, nothing written on it, as you can see. Nothing at all. All right. Is there another Joker in there? Okay. So, what I'm going to need you to do, Keller, is pick a card. Any card, does not matter which card you pick, just pick a card. That would be a great card. I love that card. Alrighty, and let's see. Go ahead and write anything on that card that you want. Does not matter what you write. Alright, just go ahead and whenever you're ready, just put that right on top there. And we should be good. Let's hurry it up. A little speed, please. You don't have to write a book. Let's just, there you go. Okay, good job. Alright, now it's in the deck here. Just gonna mix it up, do a little shuffling. No big deal. As you can see, nothing up my sleeve, nothing up his sleeves except for tattoos. So here we go. And right on top, Keller, it's gonna be your card. That's not your card. That's not it. I lost your card. Alright, everyone, for our next trick, we're going to do the old cup and balls trick, which you have 3 cups, 1 ball. We do a little bit different than everybody else, but it's still the basic trick. So I'm going to go ahead and put the ball in the cup. As you saw, there was nothing in there. And I'm going to use my partner, Keller, here to mix it up, and then we're going to see if you can't figure out where it is. Go ahead, Keller, mix it up. Alright, mix it up right there. Which one is it? Is that one? Is that one? No, it's in that one. It's in this one. Nope, nope, nope. No, that's wrong. Alright. So, you probably think the ball is in this one. But I hate to tell you, it is not. You think it's not in this one, but it. Jesus. Alright, everyone, our next trick is going to be the cup and balls trick. We're going to make sure that we get it right this time because, you know, practice makes perfect. So, alright, I'm going to take the ball in the cup, like so. And I'm going to have Keller here mix them all up for you. All right, Keller, mix them up. Come on, mix them up good. What do you got? Mix them up over here. A little bit. Mix them up. All right, good. Good job. Good job, Keller. You good? You like it? All right. So you guys probably think the ball is in this one. But you'd be wrong. Maybe this one? How about this one? This one? Wait. All right, everyone, we're going to do the ball and cup trick. So I have a cup, is that me? I have a ball. I'm going to put the ball in the cup, and you're not going to be able to know which one it is. Finally. All right, Keller, mix them up. All right. Do a good job. Come on, mix them all up. Do a good job. All right, mix that one. A little more. Over here. Those ones. Yeah, like that. Maybe a couple. All right. We got you this time. You probably think the ball is in that one? That's the one you think it is? God. No. This one. This one. No. Oh, come on. Oh, what the? Come on. All right, everyone. It's Stan and Keller again. We got one more trick for you today. This one's going to be quick and easy. We're going to go ahead and we're going to have Keller catch a bullet with his teeth.
Oh, hell no.
You can't break character. Hey everyone, and welcome to my tube. My name is Steve.
Now I'm Chris.
And this episode we're talking about Obama. Barack Hussein Obama.
Yep. We never really talked about him all this time because we had, election season stuff to deal with, and yeah.
Isn't that crazy that you think we would have already have talked about him, but I don't even know if we've even mentioned his name in a single video yet. That's so odd.
We're going to do it now.
Yes. First of all, I want to start and say, I don't think he's a bad person. Don't hurt me. Okay, his policies weren't that good. He wasn't a good president, but he's a good person. Would you agree?
I believe he's a good person the way that a lot of leftists are good people. They always thought they have two tiers to their morality. They have the things that they would never do to another person, but that changes when they're using government middleman.
Yeah, I agree with that. And I think that when I say that I think he's a good person, I think he's a good family man. Him and his wife, that relationship is literally hashtag relationship goals.
I can argue there. I mean, they seem like a damn solid couple.
Yeah, I mean, after all these years and going through what they went through as president and first lady, they're still in love, which I gotta imagine is a lot of stress. And I think like his policies and things that he did, I don't say he was controlled or he was a puppet, but I feel like he had the pressure of the DNC and his donors and the other big donors for the party and things like that, lobbyists and stuff that
Well, that's a good
forced
one to
him.
bring up. I mean, politics as usual when, thought change was on the horizon, or at least that's what people said.
Yeah.
But I don't think you get change by going for the same old, whether it's on the right or the left.
And that leads us into our first video from the, as always, awesome Kristin Hawthorne.
Going to cover a lot of the pros from
Yep.
a libertarian perspective. Even though I know you don't identify that way, Kristin, but you're pretty libertarian.
Yeah. But trust me, as someone who doesn't like labels, I got no problem with you saying you're not a libertarian. So, take it away.
Hi everybody, Hawthorne the Cruel, de facto queen of the galaxy, here with part 2 of my penance. I'm taking the pros. I'm going to tell you what's great about Obama. And for all you libertarians that were going to hit me up later and try to give me shitty little messages about how you're not libertarian if you support that. Yeah, right. Fuck you. I'm not libertarian. So go ahead, bring it on. I'm all right with it. First is the prison complex reform. Most libertarians are aware that there are a lot of people locked up for victimless crimes, and y'all aren't cool about that, and neither am I. I think that prison industrial complex is simply a continuation of slavery into the modern day. We take advantage of the poor and the disenfranchised, disenchanted too for that matter, and we use them for free labor. We lock people up for way too long, for way too little. We do it because there's money to be made in it. He is the first U.S. president to come into office, to leave office with fewer federal prisoners than when he took office. And he shortened more sentences than any of his predecessors as well. We all know he commuted Chelsea Manning's sentence, Bradley Manning, Chelsea Manning, however you want to refer to the person. That was a whistleblower who did not deserve to be punished. He also attacked immigration reform. There's nothing wrong with free immigration, open borders, disease check, background check, and if those two things come back clear, let him in. He reprioritized immigration. We all know that he did deport more illegal immigrants than any or all of the previous presidents in the 20th century. Yeah, Obama kicked out more illegal immigrants than all the previous 20th century presidents. But he prioritized them differently. The 5 million or so children he deprioritized. They were either born here and therefore are American citizens due to birthright citizenship. Regardless of how you feel about it, it is the law of the land, so it applies. Or they were brought here by their parents and therefore had no say in being brought here. Ended the wet foot, dry foot policy for Cuban immigrants. I've never understood why libertarians are so cool with Cuban immigrants but so uncool with south of the border, South American immigrants. I don't get the dichotomy there, guys. And then we get to privatization. Big deal with you libertarians, I know. I'm so sick of hearing about my roads, I could barf. But he privatized space. Yeah. Just keep in mind, guys, you can tell a lot about a man by how he treats the women in his life. And I have never seen President Obama be disrespectful of a woman or a female. Ever. Just saying. So, Hawthorne the Cruel, signing off. Live free. I command it. And Peace out, y'all.
All right, so I'd like to comment on the prison population issue. I'd still like to point out there is a ton of people still in prison that are there for crimes that were victimless. She's right, he did do more for that than any other president. So, you know, at least there's that.
I
But
do
he could
like
have been more.
limiting that whole automatic maximum sentence bullshit.
Yeah, that's huge.
So yeah, I'll give Obama props on that.
I think we should also talk about the pardons when it comes to that. My boy Snowden's still sitting over there. Was he in Russia? Is that where he's at? Just chilling.
Immigration. Okay, those of you who've talked to me on Facebook know I'm all about just open immigration as can possibly be. I mean, I don't want a bunch of artificial hurdles thrown up for people who just want to come here. If they're not here to cause trouble, or if they're not like crawling with lethal diseases, sure.
You know, like Kristin said, you know, like we don't need extreme vetting. We just need, you know, like Ellis Island vetting. You know, like, oh, you look healthy. You can speak some English. Come on over. So one of the first things he did when he was elected was he shut down Gitmo, which is Guantanamo Bay, Cuba. Speaking of Cuba, and which is where we house all the terrorists or potential terrorists. So I wonder how that worked out.
Not so good.
No, still open. So one of the other things we want to talk about is Obamacare. It's a signature law, and it sucks. Terribly. It sucks so bad.
I've said it before, and I'll say it again. This has nothing to do with being a health care bill. This is an insurance bill. One that penalizes people who don't have enough money by charging them more of what they don't got. So many people are right on that cusp of they make too much to get help, but they don't make enough to buy these plans, which a lot of them are more expensive now because of the requirements of what has to be covered, which is an entire other cluster.
I looked a couple of years ago, and the worst plan for me was $60 a month, and it literally didn't cover anything. My deductible was so much, and like, you know, I'd go to a doctor and literally still have to pay the same amount. It was not insurance. It was just like, it was insurance against having to pay the penalty. You know, and when you set an arbitrary level for something, you know, you say if you make under this number, those people that make just slightly above that number are the ones that get screwed.
No matter how much of a bleeding heart you are, it seems like you have to acknowledge that you can't make it make more sense not to work than to work for people.
And that's what they're incentivizing in a lot of these programs, is not to work. So one of the other issues is executive orders and how he used a lot of them, but it seems that every president has used more and more and more and more over the last 30 years or so.
And this is getting alarming with presidents trying to circumvent Congress and the courts, you know, just with a wave of the pen. And speaking of, that leads us to one of Obama's most infamous quotes when it came to screw you, Congress.
Mm-hmm.
We are not just going to be waiting for legislation in order to make sure that we're providing Americans the kind of help that they need. I've got a pen.
I have a pen. I have an apple. Apple pen. I have a pen.
Executive overreach.
Oh, what is there to say about this? A whole lot, actually. There's a reason why there's a separation of powers. And I don't care how right you think you are. This is where I have this thing with Obama where he might, on a one-on-one basis, seem like a fun guy to have a beer with. Fun to talk to, I bet, even. And he seems like he's the kind of guy who would like hold the door for you if you're carrying groceries. Very nice in that respect. But like so many, when it comes to the power of the state, that all goes out the window.
Yep.
If you think you're right, you're going to do whatever you think you can get away with if you got a sort of intellectual hubris, which I think is what he's guilty of.
He also had something called quantitative easing. For what a lot of you might not know what that is where the Federal Reserve bought $86 billion a month worth of U.S. Treasury bonds. They printed up $86 billion of fake money, fiat money, to buy Treasury bonds to pop up the economy. This, folks, is trickle-down economics at its finest. It is a tricky trickle-down economics. See what I did there?
I like that.
What it does is it helps prop up the banks that were failing, but it actually gives the money to the rich, which is supposed to trickle down into the poor, which is what trickle-down economics is.
I remember a whole lot of noise about when Reagan bailed out the savings and loans, and no noise really when Obama did essentially the same thing.
All right, one more go at this. This is your card. No?
It's somebody's card, though.
Whose?
Let's hear from her.
So, you asked me to talk about Obama, and Rollo and I, we don't really like Obama. Do you like Obama? Yeah, no, that's definitely a no. And the reason for that being is the man won the Nobel Peace Prize. And he killed hundreds of thousands of innocent people and started us in a lot of wars. I think 5? Is it 5, Rollo? He knows a lot more about this stuff than I do. And then he gives the Medal of Freedom to his partner in war crime. Yeah. Medal of Freedom. So the Nobel Peace Prize and the Medal of Freedom went to 2 men who were responsible for destroying 7 different countries. Let's just give him responsibility for all 7 because he could have built up. And excuse him, he has a lot of rage about this issue. It's really sad. He has an Arabian in his family. Anyway, so it's just, I can't even believe that we've come so far that people actually think that anything he did was a positive change. It used to be like, I don't know, you kill someone and you were a bad person, and now you kill someone and you get tons of medals for it. Oh, and if you spill some information, you have to go hide in Russia. I don't even know what this entire world has gone insane. Like, I don't even know what to say about it. Like, it actually baffles me. So anyway, that's my thing about Obama.
As always, Jess raises some great points on her video.
When you talk about, some of the good things he did accomplish, I'm sorry, droning hundreds of thousands of people seems to just wipe that out for me.
It's one of those things where I say he's a good man, and then I go, well, he killed a bunch of people. It's hard to defend.
Once you put that one moral step of remove in there, it seems like everything's fair game.
I wish he would have just stopped every single one of them and just pulled all our troops back like he said. He said he was going to pull everybody out of Iraq and Afghanistan, and we are still in Iraq. It's one place, right?
It all looks the same soon. I mean, rubble.
So that brings me to another point I think we should cover, and that's NDAA. That is the National Defense Authorization Act. They do one every year, so it's not a big deal, right? Well, as they like to do with these bills, they slide a little something underneath, and they go ahead and pass it. And what they did in, I think, 2010? I don't remember the actual date, the actual year. They slid in the right for the president to arrest and detain anyone indefinitely, no matter what, no rights, no nothing. You go to jail, and you're there until they decide what they want to do with you.
No right to a speedy trial,
Nope.
which is supposed to be guaranteed, I thought. But
Yeah, and this isn't just for terrorists, folks. This is for you as citizens, and not U.S. citizens that are abroad, U.S. citizens in the country. If they deem you a terrorist, you go to jail for as long as they want. He said, well, I'm not going to ever use it.
someone's gonna. Is anyone really comfortable with Trump having that?
Yeah. People are like, oh, well, don't worry, it can't happen in this country. Well, it can if we keep giving them more and more power. So let's not do that anymore. As libertarians, we need to understand that this has been a growing issue for years now. Every administration's gotten worse and worse and worse, and it's going to keep getting that way. And we need to actually come together and put an end to this power grab from the presidency. So I think we got a lot of work to do, and Obama's not the disease; he's one of the symptoms. So that's our show. I hope you enjoyed it. Please like, subscribe, share, comment, do all the. I gotta come up with a new line because I always feel like I say the same thing every time. Oh well.
And for those of you interested in the area and attending a Rock County Libertarian Party meeting, it's right here. 321 East Milwaukee Street, 7 p.m., 4th Friday of every month.
All right, everyone. Have a nice night.
See ya.
President Obama lost my words. Advocated. Yeah. Edit that out for me, Steve. Edit that out. I had a brain fart.